Hi everyone, welcome back to another YouTube video. In today's video I'm going to be discussing whether or not cheat meals are ruining your gains. If you do enjoy this video then please don't forget to like and subscribe at the end, and if you would like to see any more content from me then don't hesitate to turn on the notification bell and you'll be alerted to any new videos that I do post. And let's get into the video. So this video then is pretty much just a basis of my opinion and what I think about like cheat meals and if they're good, if they're bad. Personally, I don't have cheat days. I do have cheat meals or like cheat foods here and there. I do disagree with cheat days because I think it gives people a free pass basically to just binge on whatever food they want. And if you do go over your calorie intake by 3,500 calories, then you've gone and thrown out the window any weight loss that you could have been getting throughout the course of that week. So it is kind of counterproductive when you do it that way, but if it's just like one cheat meal, then it's not so bad. The first reason then is that it allows you to have the foods that you really crave. And this is so important for people, especially people who binge eat, because diets can seem so restrictive, especially to us mentally, and our bodies have a great way of fighting back against restriction. And this is very much a mental thing. So I definitely do think that it is worthwhile to get like a cheat meal or like a bar of chocolate as like a cheat snack or something, just to allow yourself that idea that actually it is okay to have things that you do like and that you do enjoy, as long as you are on track like 90% of the time. It's not actually going to have a massive impact on your total like physique or your weight loss or your muscle gain. It is just the idea that your body will fight back and it will say, not today, like I'm going to eat that food whether you like it or not. And these foods can be trigger foods as well, for especially again for binge eaters like myself. Once you start eating one thing, the likelihood is you're not going to stop at that, especially if you've got like a zero willpower like me. It's not going to work out, it's not going to end well. The best thing that I can suggest is to actually plan out when you're going to do this, rather than thinking on like the spur of the moment thing that you're just going to demolish the full bag of crisps. Instead, plan a day where you're going to have a cheat meal or a cheat snack, and just say, yeah, I'm actually allowed this today because the other 6 days of the week I did really, really well. And I think it's all about balance. As long as you obviously find that area of balance within your diet, then you will stick to it long term. It's like for me, for so many years I was, up and down dieting, losing weight, gaining weight, and this is precisely why, because I would literally jump all in and restrict every single food that I loved and just be eating, the typical health meal, chicken, broccoli and rice all the time. And it's not nice to eat like that. It's just so boring. Like, nobody wants to live that way. And if you're doing something like a weight loss journey, it's a long-term thing. You're going to be doing it for a while, especially if you're losing it at the correct pace and doing it slow and steady, then it is going to be a lot longer than you anticipate, I suppose. So the best thing that I think to do is to just allow yourself foods in moderation, and that is mostly because of the mental side of the weight loss situation, and obviously trying to prevent yourself from binge eating, prevent yourself from caving in and just ruining the rest of your diet. Hi guys, so just thought this was an appropriate time to pop in to the video. I am here for check-in number 3. It is week 3 of the diet, and basically yesterday I had a cheat meal. And it is really appropriate for this video considering we are talking about cheat meals. The tip of moderation that I'm just discussing here, it's so important, and I actually utilised this tip yesterday. So I actually got Domino's. Domino's is probably one of my favorite cheat meals, and I always get text messages from them, give me like 50% off and all that shit. Like, leave me alone because I can't be doing that every day. So anyway, yesterday I decided it's been 3 weeks, I'm gonna have a little bit of a cheat. As much as we are trying to get as shredded as possible, I don't want to put myself in a situation where I end up binging at the end of the 4 weeks and gaining all the weight back. So it was cheat day. I ended up checking the nutritional information on Domino's website. Obviously it's not 100% accurate. You can never be 100% accurate, but I checked the nutritional information and I ended up getting a medium pizza, and I had 3 slices of it, which I will put the MyFitnessPal up. I also had 4 of their chicken wings, and I had 2 cookies. So it was a lot of food, but I did barely eat yesterday just because I had no appetite. I had breakfast and that was pretty much it. for the day, so I ended up utilizing the rest of those calories on my cheat meal. So I am going to do my physique update now today, obviously the day after a cheat meal. I do actually feel leaner than what I did yesterday, which is really strange considering I just had pizza. But this is exactly my point, is that sometimes it can be good for your body to actually just allow you that fatty food and go a little bit over your calorie intake. And because I planned it into my actual daily intake, I only ended up going over my calories by about 200. But I did also go to the gym that day and burn a lot via cardio. I did gain a little bit of weight this morning, but it's probably just water. You know, fatty food holds a lot of water, a lot of carbs in there. So my weigh-in this week was actually up, I think. I will put it on the screen and I will tell you what it was last week as well. Now, I'm not worried about this because I've definitely gotten smaller, like physically looking at me. It's most likely muscle gain anyway, so I'm not too worried. But my weight did go up, but I'm going to show you my physique anyway and you can see for yourself what you think. Alright then, so this is my current physique. We are definitely a lot more defined. A lot more muscle mass going on, a lot more abs. So I'm just gonna roll my little leggings down so you know that I'm not being held in by anything. As you can see, this is still there, but it is definitely smaller again. So I have been doing a little bit of ab work as well. I've done like 2 ab workouts, so not that much. And besides that, obviously just the diet. So that is what I look like, guys. Yeah, as you can see, I definitely do look a lot leaner, and I will leave you to watch the rest of the video now. Sorry for cutting in for so long, but I'll see you in the next one. Because I saw some quote as well on Instagram. It was something like, just because you slip up and have one bad food doesn't mean that you should eat everything. Because say for example you get one flat tire, you wouldn't go around and slash the rest of them. And it does really make sense, because you wouldn't do that, would you? So it just doesn't make sense to binge eat on a big bag of crisp and oh crap, I've just ate 1,200 calories. Why then would you think to yourself, well, let me just go and eat everything then. I'm going to go and finish off the donuts, the chocolate, the crisp, everything. And then before you know it, you've eaten 5,000 calories on top of your total daily intake. So that is where it becomes an issue. Whereas if you're just having that one bag and you're saying, actually, I fucked up, like, it's not the end of the world, I'll just make sure that I get back on track tomorrow and go a little bit longer without having a cheat meal. It's all about balance and allowing yourself the understanding of, yeah, I made a mistake, I fucked up. No one's weight loss journey is going to be 100% perfect. You are going to have slip-ups. It is 100% guaranteed, unless you have the willpower of like a god or something. It's not going to be straight rolling, unfortunately, and if it was that easy, everyone would do it. And that is one of the biggest things that motivates me, because I have to remember that this isn't supposed to be easy. It is difficult. That is the whole point. That is why other people are, you know, not eating healthy. That's why other people choose to eat McDonald's. That's why other people choose to eat Domino's. That's why other people go out and eat whatever they like, because it's not easy to resist all this temptation all the time. So you do have to allow yourself that leniency every now and again. Now, more in terms of the science side of things, I'm not going to go too much into detail about like hormones and all that kind of stuff, because it's boring for like 80% of the population. What I will describe to you though is the fact that having a cheat meal triggers hormones in your body to basically signal that you're not starving, essentially. Our bodies don't like it when we're in a calorie deficit, and it will, like I say, have defense mechanisms in order to fight back and stop you from losing weight, especially once it notices what exactly is going on here. It's like, we see what you're doing, and then it will basically make you binge eat and try to hunt down all these different high fat, high sugar, high salt foods, because back in the day, we were obviously hardwired to find foods like this. These were like a gold mine to us, because when your body's supposedly starving, it's going to look for the most calorie dense food. And this is why these cravings trigger inside of us when we are in a calorie deficit, because our body is saying to us, oh my god, what's going on? Like, I'm scared. We need to eat something that is like really, really high in fat, really, really high in calories, and then store it away. And that is where the whole starvation mode myth comes from, because people think that once your body goes into starvation mode that it's going to hold on to everything. But this isn't necessarily the case. Your body just makes you less active. Obviously, things like me moving my hands now, if I was in a calorie deficit to the point where my body knew that and it was obviously fighting back, I would most likely just be sitting here like this and not moving my hands whatsoever. basically sitting like a robot. Whereas because I do have the energy and I have the extra calories to basically burn off, my body's okay with me making these little extra movements and, you know, maybe tapping your feet, maybe, I don't know, tapping your hands on the table, anything that you do that is like an extra movement, your body will stop doing as a defense mechanism to prevent you from burning any extra calories. It's not that your body just starts miraculously completely dismissing the laws of thermodynamics. Movement costs calories, but your body will make you more tired, more lethargic. It'll stop you from doing extra movements. This is how it obviously saves calories, and why you think, oh my god, I'm not losing weight anymore. It's just because you're simply not moving as much as what you were before. I've tried all different kinds of diets, and every single time it has failed for me up until where I'm at now, of course, which is probably the most sustainable diet that I've ever been on in my whole life. But I think it just takes time, it takes a lot of education and just personal research to figure out where you're at, figure out what you need to do, and figure out what actually works and what is going to be long term and what isn't going to be long term. Something that helps it stay long term is cheat meals, and this is why I'll never say that they are a bad thing. Like I said, I don't agree with cheat days where you just eat every single meal as a cheat, because that can quickly add up to all the weight for that week that you've lost, and it will just pile back on, and then by the end of the week you've lost nothing. If you do that every single week, you're never going to lose anything. You're just going to keep maintaining and maintaining, which is why some people get super frustrated, because obviously cheat days are becoming so normalized now that everyone's doing it. And especially when you're a newbie to obviously weight loss or dieting, for example, the idea of a cheat day is literally amazing. You think, oh my god, I can eat whatever I want for a whole day and then still lose weight. When realistically, that's not necessarily the case. You have to be smart. You have to be mindful about what it is that you're eating. And you definitely have to stop when you are satisfied. You've still enjoyed the meal. You have to see it this way. You've still obviously enjoyed the food that you wanted, but you didn't demolish all of it. And that's okay. You don't need to eat it all. Just try and plan ahead. Like, for example, if you're getting Domino's pizza, get yourself a smaller size pizza so you can have the whole thing. You're not wasting any or thinking, oh, I have to save the rest till tomorrow because I'm full now, and then the next day is another cheat day. If you get just like a smaller size portion, you can still enjoy the food for probably half the calories. So just bear that in mind. Just be smart, be sensible about it. And obviously, like I say, I would recommend cheat meals or cheat snacks more than cheat days. That's another point that I will suggest, is to plan ahead and just basically fit it into one of your days where you have your calorie intake for the day, and say you're going to allocate this many calories to breakfast, this many calories to lunch, this many calories to dinner, and then this many calories for your snack. And even if it means having a smaller dinner, if you really want to obviously fit it in your calories and you want to continue to lose the same amount of weight, then just sacrifice a little bit of your dinner, make your dinner a little bit smaller, or make all 3 meals a little bit smaller and then have a bigger snack at the end. And it makes you feel a lot less guilty as well in the long run, because I know it is so difficult for people to have, like, you know, a full pizza to themselves and think that was okay, because it's been pretty much drilled into us to think that is not okay and that is a bad food and we shouldn't be doing this, we shouldn't be doing that. But you have to, if obviously you fit it into your calories, then you can tell yourself that was okay and it's not going to impact my hard work for the rest of the week. However, if you don't do this and you do just go over, it can be really beneficial for your body. It can tell your metabolism, yes, we're not starving, it's okay, we don't need to hold on to any fat. And your body will basically revamp itself and be ready for the next week of exercise. And you'll probably find as well that the weight tends to drop off a little bit quicker when you have a little bit of a refeed, because it just basically makes your body realise that it's not in trouble, you're not doing anything horrible to it. And if you do this once a week and just, you know, allow yourself that cheat, I suppose, then your body is gonna thank you for it at the end of the day. So I don't believe cheat meals are as bad as what people make them out to be. Enjoy yourself. You're doing this long term. If you're not enjoying it, you're not going to stick to it. It's as simple as that. Alright then guys, that is everything for today's video. If you enjoyed this video or if you found it helpful, then please don't forget to leave me a like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you don't already follow me on any social media, my Instagram is here, and I'll also put it in the description box below, as well as my Twitter. So you can go follow me on there. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.